time graph. So how do we use velocity time graph? See, in first 2 seconds, what is change in velocity? 0 से 10. The acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity from 10. So 0 to 10, the velocity changes from 0 to 10 in 2 seconds. The answer is 5 meter per second square. So force is m into a, so 2 into 5, that is 10 Newton. Good.
Sir, it is 10 meter per second square.
Why? Time is 2 seconds. Huh? Time to 2 seconds. Huh? See, vertical by horizontal, right? This is what you have to measure. Slope is acceleration. So slope कैसे measure करते हैं? Vertical by horizontal. So vertical is 10 and this is 2. So 10 by 2. 10 by 2 is 5. 5 meter per second square.
Yes.
So acceleration is 5 meter per second square. Now, second part of the question. Force acting on the object between force acting on object between 2 second to 8 second. What is the force acting on the object between 2 second to 8 second? What is force acting on the object between 2 seconds to 8 seconds?
So there is no force acting on the object?
No force acting on this object. Why? Velocity does not changes at all. Acceleration is 0. Acceleration is 0. So Newton's second law of motion says force acting on it is 0. Finally, third part is force acting on the object between 8 second to 10 second. 8 से 10 के बीच में कितना force?
So minus 5 meter per second square.
This is acceleration. The force is
So minus 10 Newton.
minus 10 Newton. Everything is same. This time slope is negative. So velocity becomes 0 from 10 in this, so minus 1. The force is minus 10 Newton. That means direction must be opposite to the direction of motion. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now one more question I'll add to it. Average force acting on object between 0 seconds to 10 seconds. 0 से 10 seconds में average force क्या? First 2 seconds में force x, last 2 seconds में force x. Between 2 to 8 seconds there is no force acting on it. The question is, what is average force acting on the object? When I say average force, so force is mass into average acceleration, right? What is average acceleration in 10 seconds? Velocity at the beginning is 0. Velocity at the end is also 0. So 0. No? Velocity at the beginning is 0 meter per second. Velocity at the end of 10 seconds is also 0 meter per second. So if someone says, what is average force? So average force is mass into average acceleration. The average acceleration is 0. Right? So average force is 0. Clear? Okay. So that's one question. Now, one last of this type, then we'll discuss few questions on law of conservation of momentum, and then chapter is over. One more question of this type. See. See. A diver dives from from a large height.
डीप अलीपुर
म्यूट करो। लक्ष्य म्यूट करो, आवाजें आ रही हैं। तो बड़ा लेंदी सा हो गया लिखने में क्वेश्चन है, इजी नॉट वेरी डिफिकल्ट। अ डाइवर डाइव्स फ्रॉम अ लार्ज हाइट। एक स्काई डाइवर है, ही डाइव्स फ्रॉम अ लार्ज हाइट, राइट, and he moves before before he opens the parachute he has attained a terminal velocity of 200 meter per second, right? Now he opens the parachute, obviously his speed decreases uniformly to attain a terminal speed of 20 meter per second. तो पैराशूट के साथ उसका स्पीड जो है टर्मिनल स्पीड इज 20 मीटर पर सेकंड। So if drag force acting on particle is twice the weight, this is assumption, and acts till the parachute attains velocity of 20 meter per second. Calculate acceleration of diver after parachute opens. Say how much it will be. The moment parachute opens, what will be acceleration of the diver? Diver का acceleration कितना होगा? It's not a difficult question. See, what are the forces acting on the diver when the parachute opens? ये parachute खुल गया, इसके ऊपर कितने forces लग रहे हैं? The moment he opens the parachute, what are the two forces what all forces you can imagine acting on the object, on the diver? क्या क्या force लगे?
Drag force.
Drag force. Other than drag force, what is?
Air resistance.
Air resistance itself is drag force, and gravity. What is gravitational force? How much gravitational force is acting on it? Gravitational force, mass assume कर लो m, तो gravitational force acting on it on him is hello. ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स नहीं बता पा रहे, ऐसा क्यों करते हो? ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स में कितने क्वेश्चन कराए मैंने, ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स में तो डाउट ही नहीं होना चाहिए। व्हाट इज ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स? वेट इज हाउ मच? हेलो
Sir, mg.
mg, that's it. The gravitational force is mg. Now what is drag force? How much drag force is acting on him?
So 2m.
2 mg, twice the gravitational force, twice the weight. So this force is 2 mg. What is net force? So I can see two forces acting on the object. One is mg, that is gravitational force acting downwards. Other is 2 mg acting upwards. So what is net force acting on him?
Mg.
So mg.
Which direction? In which direction?
From the
Up.
Upwards.
Upwards. So acceleration is 4 ma. Net force is mass into. So net force is mg upwards is equal to ma. The acceleration is 10 meter per
G.
second square upwards.
10 meter per second.
Don't say g. Actually, it is g only. But this time acceleration is 10 upwards, not 10 downwards. Right? Right?
Yes, sir.
So this is one answer. Now, if I ask you a question, mix up a question from previous chapter. What distance diver covers before it attains terminal velocity. I mean, he has opened the parachute, right? Once he opens the parachute, speed starts decreasing, but he is falling vertically downwards, right? So speed changes from 200 meter per second to 20 meter per second, right? You have to answer how much distance in vertical direction this diver has covered before he attains the velocity of 20 meter per second. 200 से start करके 20 मीटर पर सेकंड जाने में कितना टाइम लगा, कितना डिस्टेंस कवर किया उसने? Say
Sir, do we use v square is equals to u square
yes, v square is equal to
2a?
u square plus 2s. Yes, acceleration is constant, 10 upwards. Initial velocity is 200 downwards. Final is 20 downwards.
Sir, 1980 meters.
1180 meters. Let me
Sir,
calculate.
1980 meters.
Acha, 1980. Let me calculate. So v square is equal to u square plus 2s is your answer, right? V square is equal to u square plus 2a. So initial velocity is minus 200 ka square, final velocity minus 20 ka square, to acceleration is 10 upwards. So plus 10 displacement is what we have to find. So this is displacement to downwards.
Minus 40,000.
So 20s is equal to, this is 40,000 minus 400. That is 39,600 is 20s. The displacement is 1980 meter. Almost 2 kilometers. He drops down almost 2 kilometers. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, actually I made a mistake. Substitution. 20 and this is 2. So this is 400. That's why I got positive answer, minus hash. He's falling downwards, na? The displacement in downward direction is negative. So 2s is 400. So 20s is 400 minus 40,000. So 39,600 minus 1. Okay. Chalo, I'll close this. Next is law of conservation of momentum. There's a cannon. There's a cannon kept on a hill. Yeah, somewhere. There's a cannon. Right? There's a cannon of mass 200 kg. Right? There's a cannon on the top of a hill of mass 200 kg. Fires shell of 10 kg horizontally with a speed of 40 meter per second. This is the question. a cannon on wheels fires a shell of mass 10 kg horizontally with a speed of 40 meter per second. Right? Calculate recoil velocity of cannon given mass of cannon is 200 kg. Hint है, apply law of conservation of momentum on cannon and shell system. Cannon और shell दोनों मिला के momentum change नहीं होना चाहिए. This is my hint. Now you try. नहीं आएगा तो I'll explain. बोलो, आया किसी को? नहीं आया? Okay. Since no force, external force, I'll call it external, no external force acts on cannon plus shell. Cannon plus shell. Cannon exerts force on shell. दोनों ही एक दूसरे पे force लगाते हैं. Exerts force on shell. There is no force acting from outside. Hence, and shell exerts force on cannon. Whatever. No external force acts on the cannon plus shell system. Right? No external force acts on cannon plus shell system. So, law of conservation of momentum says total momentum should be conserved. Therefore, total momentum of cannon and shell before firing should be same as total momentum of cannon and shell after firing. Convinced with this? Say, is this statement clear
Yes,
to
sir.
you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, cannon plus shell before firing should be same as cannon plus shell momentum. Cannon plus shell after they are fired. Okay. So let's try. Before ka. Let's write momentum before. What was momentum of shell before it was fired? जब भी shell fire नहीं किया था तो उसका total momentum कितना था?
0.
10 kg, but speed was 0, so 0 plus. What was momentum of cannon before shell was fired?
0.
0. So 200 into 0. Now, what is momentum of the shell after it is fired? After it leaves the cannon?
400.
400. 10 is mass, 40 meter per second. Plus, what is momentum of cannon?
200 V.
200 speed or velocity is not known into V. This is 0. So 200 V is equal to minus 400. V is minus 2 meter per second. So gun or the cannon recoils with a velocity of 2 meter per second. Minus sign says velocity gained by the cannon
It
is
was a recoil,
towards
so
left.
it went backwards. That's why it's a
Right,
negative.
right. So that's why we get negative sign. Negative sign says it recoils in the Shell is fired in this direction, cannon bounces in this direction. It recoils in this direction. So minus sign tells us then it recoils in opposite direction. Recoil itself means opposite. And magnitude is 2 meters per second. Shell is fired at 40 meters per second. So cannon recoils at 2 meters per second against the velocity of shell. Okay. Okay, I believe all the variety, all the types of questions I have covered. Now I'll keep on giving questions in worksheet. You practice it, right? If you have doubt, let me know. Okay. Meanwhile, if you have some books, reference books are there. I'm sure you must be having some reference books also. Try it from there. If you have any doubt, let me know. Okay. Chalo, I'll stop.
Yes, sir.